Hello friends, welcome to another Rush Royale video. We will be talking about the long-awaited balance changes. Finally they're here, finally we will get rid of this boring meta. So really looking forward to this. Let's not keep you waiting and go straight for the money shot. Let's go! Let's get straight into it with the very first unit being the Crystal Manser. This unit is getting a buff, and from what I can read into it, I think it's a huge buff, so let's really hope, because this unit has a great feel. The laser beam is awesome, so who knows if we will be seeing it around everywhere. Why did they change the changes they made? This unit was effective against slow or single targets with lots of health, but it didn't always have enough time to increase its damage to the required level. So basically it was too slow, we couldn't keep up, and I totally agree with this. Now what are they going to do? The damage will be increased with hits on target by every Crystal Manser. So basically the more Crystal Mansers you have on the board, the more you will be proccing that speed increase. So as such, if you have two or more of these units, their damage will increase much quicker. So you will be able to ramp up their maximum damage a lot faster. And yeah, they'll have a significantly easier time taking down bosses. So yeah, I'm very curious. Increased initial damage, 28 to 39, I'm guessing that is base damage. That's about the Crystal Manser. So yeah, this is looking really good. I hope the unit will be worth it. Okay, straight to our next unit, the Wind Archer. Well, this sample damage dealing unit was undeservedly forgotten and sidelined by other options considered more effective. To increase its efficiency in battle, we improved its stats. The base damage going up from 20 to 30. I don't know how much that affects anything, but it seems quite useless, and it will be sidelined for a longer period of time. Maybe it will help in the early game, but it doesn't seem all that spectacular to me. We'll have to test, but yeah, let's just move on to the Portal Keeper. This unit has gotten some sick changes, so let's see what's up with that. Yeah, so this unit allows you to create effective combinations on the battlefield, but its damage was low and the swap places mechanic was becoming less important in longer running battles. This is totally right. Before BD got introduced, Blade Dancer that is, we would never see Portal Keeper. Anyway, what are they doing now? After swapping places with the Portal Keeper, the unit will get a shield against negative effects for a short duration. The Portal Keeper becomes inactive for a little time afterwards. He cannot deal damage or swap places with other units. As the cards level up, the duration of the shield is increased and the interval between using abilities becomes shorter. So by leveling up the card Portal Keeper, the duration of your shield will increase, so basically you will have shields on those units a bit longer, and the time for you to be blocked, to where it stops you from swapping places with other units and the Portal Keeper cannot deal damage, it will become shorter. Also, to compensate for the temporary inactivity, we increase this unit's initial damage. So as soon as he starts doing damage, it will be higher. Initial damage increase from 35 to 56, that's 21 points. The initial shield duration is 5 seconds and the initial recovery time is 16 seconds. So yeah, this is gonna be quite huge. I'm not sure how and what and when this needs to be tested, but yeah, this might become really important, placing shields over units. It could be a counter to Shaman. It might have other protections uses. I'll have to think about it, but yeah, it's gonna be fun to play, very interesting, and it kind of feels like they want to promote Blade Dancer a little bit, because this in combination with Blade Dancer can be pretty sick. So let's move on to the next unit. Our next two units, Engineer. Really curious what you have to say about this one. One of the most popular units in the game that competes on equal footing with legendary units. Yeah, at this time that's definitely true, and I don't think there's one legendary unit that competes with Engineer at the moment. Anyway, we want other units to have a chance against the Engineer on the battlefield. That's good news. So we made the following changes to his stats. Damage increase for leveling up is now slightly less efficient. For the max level it goes from 249 to 240. Mana power up now increases damage more efficiently, 70 to 75, and mana power up now increases damage for each connected engineer less effectively, from 4% to 3%. So I think that's a good thing. They slightly nerfed the engineer to give other units a chance of competing. That's a good thing, because right now it was kinda all of the same. So yeah, let's go straight over to Boreas. Boreas, oh Boreas, where art thou? Yeah, he has been gone for such a long time, but yeah, let's see what they have to say. This is one of the simplest legendary units to use. It gets a powerful bonus when switching from phase to phase. So yeah, Boreas has a couple of phases. He's got fast attack speed, and depending on which phase he is, he could be very useful. But at the moment his damage is too low and he cannot compete with anything out there. So let's see. To emphasize this phasing feature, we made the following changes. Phase 1 now lasts longer and its duration increases with level, up to 5.8 seconds. So a longer phase 1 and its duration increases with level. So the higher level you are, the longer phase 1 can last. Phase 2 also lasts longer and its duration increases with level. So longer phase 2 and the higher level, the longer it can go, up to 2.1 seconds. Okay, the interval for phase activation is now shorter, from 6 seconds to 5.5 seconds. So we can reach phases half a second quicker and they might last longer. That's basically it. Now it also decreases with unit level, down to 3.1 seconds. Okay, so they're not really giving Boreas damage, but they are increasing the length of the phases. So once you get in the phases, it lasts longer. So that's when he does his real damage. So I guess it could work. This could actually work really hard if done properly. So I'm really curious. Let's see about the next changes, but yeah, this is looking good. Engineer, slight nerf, Boreas, possibly a big boost. Okay, let's get into Harlequin. This is going to be a big one. The best unit in the game, basically since the game launched. The best support unit, you know, every top deck ever has always gotten Harlequin. So let's see. This unit allowed you to quickly get a guaranteed copy of any other unit, rapidly increasing your field's performance. That meant strong units were improving even faster, and the player received an obvious advantage over the opponent. Yes, this is obviously the case, but this is comparing high-level players with low-level players or new players, and I understand, but yeah, I find the explanation a little bit, you know, easy way out. Anyway, what are they going to do? To balance this effect slightly, units copied using the Harlequin's ability will have reduced damage. So if you copy a unit, that unit will have reduced damage. The effect remains until these units are merged into a new one. So you copy an engineer, that copied engineer will have less damage up until you merge it again. Okay, the effect can also be removed using the Portal Keeper's new shield. We just talked about it, so let's say you swap with Portal Keeper, you put a shield on this unit, the negative effect from Harlequin copy will be gone. The damage reduction does not apply to effects that enhance other units or don't deal damage. So Night Statue, Grindstone, Mana Cauldron, those units, they will not be weakened. So it's only damage dealing units basically. As the card levels up, the weakening effect decreases. So the higher you level the card, the smaller the weakening effect becomes. The damage reduction of a copied unit at the initial level is minus 35%. That's quite a lot. As the unit levels up, the negative effect value is reduced all the way down to 5%. So if you level it up max, you will only have a 5% negative effect. Yeah, that's pretty insane. We can clearly see they are working towards more interactions with units like Harlequin, like the Portal Keeper. So yeah, very interesting. I'm already thinking about a couple of decks that could work. So yes, very interesting. Let's get on to the next unit, my favorite unit in the game. They finally did something about it. This is really, I'm all about the next buff, huge buff for me, the Demonologist. So let's see what is going to happen with Demonologist. Oh yeah, what did they think of Demonologist? So this unit serves both as a mana source in co-op mode and as a way to grind down your opponent with additional monsters in PvP. And they say to strengthen its role on the battlefield, we made the following changes. So, a summoned monster can no longer be instantly killed by Hex or Reaper abilities. This is pretty insane. I was hoping they would do this, and they did. It's a freaking good boost. That is really gonna be something. Then they are also increasing the speed and the health of the summoned monsters. That's also pretty sick. The speed, that might be interesting, depending on how strong they will be early game. You could get in trouble with that, so that's nice. Mana generation is now twice as efficient. This also gives me a lot of ideas. But yeah, pretty sick. So let's see what's up with our next unit. I'm loving Demonologist, my favorite unit, but yeah, we'll have to see when it comes that far. Now let's go into our good old Inquisitor. Yes, they are changing the Inquisitor again, and this one I really don't understand, but anyway, they are buffing the Inquisitor again. So, changes made recently impaired this unit too strongly and significantly reduced its performance. Yes, that was the whole point, I thought. Anyway, to increase its efficiency, we decided to make the following changes. The number of Inquisitors needed on the field to activate their additional ability was changed. It went from 1, 4 and 9 Inquisitors in the past, now to 1, 4, 7 and 10. Okay, that's only making it easier, I think. The area damage radius was increased again, so that's what they decreased. How much? We don't know. And then mana power up now increases damage more efficiently. So yeah, they're making it easier to play and buffing it again. I don't know how big, we'll have to test it, but if they buff it too strong, I think we're gonna be stuck with Inquisitor only meta again. I really hope I'm totally wrong here, because I saw some great changes up until now, so I really don't want this to have an effect, but we'll have to see about that. And then last but not least, our good friend the Shaman. We all hate him, some of you love him, I don't know, I love him in co-op, I kinda like him in PvP as well, but it can be such an annoying little card, and especially with the people that are lag abusing, it can be annoying, but let's see what they have to say. One of the most discussed units in the game, yes, highly effective in both co-op and PvP. One lucky shot can sometimes decide the outcome of an entire battle. Well, one lucky shot I don't know, but if you can fire 20 Shaman sometimes, yeah, your opponent is kind of screwed. To give players more time to make decisions, we changed the travel speed of its projectiles. So they did exactly the same, I think. They're doing it in PvP only, and it's going from 1.85 seconds to 2.1 seconds. I think the solution is good, but it's not enough. I think they should have made it at least 3 seconds, because if you got the lag opponent, the 2.1 seconds won't matter, but it's better than nothing. So yeah, we'll have to see what this will all be about. That's basically all I have to say about Shaman. It's a small change, I don't think it will do a lot. Okay friends, this will affect the meta by a lot. How much? Let's just let it sink in for a little bit. I am loving the Demonologist changes. I am looking forward to test Crystal Manser. I really hope Boreas will be back, you know, at least usable and be a force to be reckoned with. The Shaman, I think it's not enough. I'm also a little bit afraid the Inquisitor will be buffed too strongly again, especially for those players with max level or very high level Inquisitors. You know, it used to be they have a great advantage, so I don't know. But let's, you know, keep a positive mind here. We also have Portal Keeper and Harlequin, and the way they can work together, that's also going to be a big change and very interesting. Also, how will the Harlequin change affect the current gameplay we used to have with Harlequin? A lot of things we have to consider. Now, I hope you all enjoyed this video. It gave you a lot of in-depth information. This will also affect the tier list tremendously, so expect a big change in the tier list over the coming days. And I hope we'll have some great fun in the meta, in the PvP. And I didn't even mention co-op mode yet, so I really am looking forward to testing this all out and making a buttload of videos to share all my findings with you. So guys, please subscribe to my channel, please leave me comments with all your ideas, with what you think of all these changes, and I am looking forward to see you all very soon on the battlefield.